So I don't know what, I don't know, and like, and I don't know where to go with them.
I mean, they have made some improvements in the
Yeah.
actual department itself, but not from a food standpoint. Oh, really?
I don't.
For the whole day? Or for a meal? But it's gotta be for the whole day, because that's recommended for that age group, that's what's recommended for adult meals.
Right.
There's no way that that's 2,500.
No, that, nobody.
Not when you throw one piece of bologna between two slices of bread, no. You have to put a lot of peanut butter and jelly in between those two slices of bread.
Well, you got kids, yeah, you can bring, yeah.
See the, see, the other part of that is, there's compliance measures in that contract. And if they don't fill it, they get fined.
How many calories do you eat? Yeah, you just have to hit them like that. You don't want your calories like I do.
All right, we'll call the monthly meeting of the monthly morning of the prison board to meet call to order. The Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for.
May I ask you to turn on your mic?
Please, make sure the bright green light.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings.
Is there any guests appearing before the prison board today? There are not. We'll move on to the official actions. And the next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes for the meeting held on September 15th, 2021.
So move.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposition? Motion carries. Report of executive sessions held, there were none. We'll move on to the report of committees, and we'll start with the maintenance report.
Okay, Sites Brothers were in for their monthly service. A&W was in to repair 2 leaks above female block. R&W Communication was in to repair the camera network. John Alvarez was in for a training session on the pump house. Smullington Glass was called again to check the status of the glass for 3R in medium and cell 3 in the RHU. And they said the glass is still about a month out. Train was in for their quarterly preventive maintenance of the RTUs. Keystone Fire and Security, which is formerly known as CSI, started the panel upgrade. And at the same time, Tremco started the roof project. One of the issues that we were discussing was the color that they picked for the upper wall was white. So I'm gonna go back to them and see what they can do to bring the color closer to the current color of the wall, or at the very least for it to be a clear coat. And did they contact anyone about possibly changing the size of the glass in the skylights? Okay. It was something about they can get 4-foot pieces. What's there now is 3x4, but if they get 4x4, they can get it faster. So I'll confirm with them exactly what that would mean for the
I mean, as long as it's a thicker tempered glass, because I mean, you go 4 foot, you have greater chance of it breaking. I mean, not that it's the same thickness.
Right. They ran a new hose to the chemical feed tank, so they can fill it with treated water instead of the well water, and that was per the DEP report. Rodney's looking to know if there's, what the status is of the expansion tank.
I don't know. He asked me that the other day. Ellie, didn't we approve that? That expansion tank, we talked about that and we got a price on it. Didn't we move on that? I thought we were gonna fix that.
Don't recall.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I thought
Don't recall.
we had quotes and we were supposed to do it because that was the issue that they were having the problem in the pump house. And I thought we discussed that and we're gonna do it, Chris. I think, I don't know.
Can we follow up on that, Ellie?
Yeah, it should, I mean, it should be done.
Okay.
You know, it was like, I know Ronnie asked me the other day and I thought it was in already.
Okay, the county administrator will look into it.
Okay.
Quotes were sent in to fix or replace the loading dock leveler. We're still waiting for one more. And, we also had talked before about putting in a raised platform in medium block to raise the desk and keep the new door control panel more secure. So that's something that we.
Yeah, and I think, in fact, I just called them, they didn't send anything to me when we discussed everything. In fact, I think Chris asked why the amount was so much. And that amount that they had, I think it was $12,000 to do like the study or whatever, but I think that was at 72,000 was to like manage the whole thing if we did the project. You know, like what Boyle's doing for us, like they would, you know, do the bidding process or whatever we have to do. But I think we still have to determine on what we want to do, and that scope of work, which should be done, it would be in this project. So I don't know what we want to do. If we want to, I mean, we really didn't get anything from them yet. And he said he's going to send it to me today. And we're just going to ask the committee, we're just going to go over it, or even as the commissioners, how much money do we have to spend and what are the, I mean, that's a priority, that thing. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. They
Is there an interim fix?
well, they're
Can we
in.
get a temporary fix to raise a platform? I mean, you're just talking about raising the floor.
Well, and that's what I was thinking. Should we do something like that? It's because wasn't the electric group coming in?
That's a
And-
part of the panel project.
And if they're gonna, I mean, the panel got to be raised.
Okay.
So, do we put a step there? You know, something that's a foot high, and then put another step to it to get up on it. I don't think we have to make it handicapped accessible. But is that
It's a
something that?
temporary fix is what I'm asking.
Well,
Is
I'm
there-
not saying temporary.
Temporary.
I'm saying putting a permanent deck there for them.
It's done.
And put it and just move forward with it. And if it's, you know, if we got to take it out of our county budget, you know, or out of the budget for this, and if it's $400 to do it, I mean, it's what? How much is it to build a deck? I mean, it can only be, even if it's 8 by 8. I mean, that's like a day project. Now you need railing on it so nobody falls off of it.
So is that
but-
something we're gonna ask our maintenance department to do, or how do we get this accomplished?
I don't wanna have the maintenance do it. I mean, I think if it's gonna be that, it's not gonna be that major a project. Just one of our contractors that we have say, hey, we need a deck built there for, I mean, it shouldn't cost no $1,500 to build an 8 by 8 deck.
Call George Colavidi, ask him to come up.
Yeah,
with a
I mean,
quick
I
number
like, that's what we could do is maybe
Yeah.
just call one of them, and if they're doing the wiring, put it up, and they can put railing up that, you know, they're gonna have a chair there, so you don't wanna have something, the chair's gonna fall off. I mean, you got a railing on, or next thing one of the guards are hurt. But and I think we had figured that if they would have it a foot high, that would be perfect for them, I think. I don't know if, what do you guys think, should have been higher, or, I mean, when you wanna look out into well, it's not a big yard, but it's where they're gonna be out to eat in that central part. Like, what height would you wanna have? I mean, is a foot off of the floor enough to oversee? There's not that many in there, right? There's only 8, or there are 8 in that cell block.
No, that's the.
Oh,
biggest-
there's only,
That's medium unit, that's the biggest unit.
oh, that is the biggest one.
Yeah, and they would also need a desk around it for the.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
panel to actually sit on.
I mean, I think that's what we're gonna have to do, just have, call somebody up, and it's gonna be under, put it this way, Ellie, it's not gonna, what is our limit? To have somebody in.
11,000.
Yeah, it's not, so I think we're just gonna have to contact somebody, let them come in and do it, and that's the end of it.
So who can we task with being in charge of that? Is that, are you volunteering, Ellie?
I'm not volunteering.
You're not.
I
Commissioner?
guess I am.
By default? Okay,
Your good idea, so you take the lead.
All right,
okay, I'll write you down for that.
and nobody has any, I mean, George, we can call George or
Yeah, I
whatever.
don't know whoever.
I mean, well, we're trying to just pass things around if we have a contract that
Yeah.
does work. So we're just gonna go one to the other, and if somebody wants to get on the list to do work for us, just call. You know, that's what we're looking for. We're actually looking for people that can do little projects like this for us, and that's hard to get.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're just in charge of getting us some more information on that?
Well, not really, we're gonna do it, I guess,
Okay.
right? As long as it's under, we'll get it and we'll pass it around between the 3 commissioners, and if it's suitable,
Yeah.
it gets done.
Yeah, I don't think there's any opposition to getting it done, so I think we could just move forward.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have an actual work release report to present. Our work release director's been out for a couple weeks, but we do currently have 4 inmates who are participating in the work release and actually going out to work right now.
Okay. Any questions about either the maintenance report or the work release report? All right. Move on to the warden's report. Warden?
Prior to some of our discharges and transfers this morning, our population total was 188. 154 males, 34 females. We had 79 admissions, 94 discharges, and we had sent 8 inmates that we had transferred to the state this morning. As far as a COVID update, in this last month, we've had a little bit of an outbreak. We had some positive cases on the female unit. 15 total came up positive on that unit. We did a 14-day quarantine period, retested, and fortunately, everything came back negative at that point. We currently have a positive new commit in the booking area. He came in with symptoms, was tested, and the test came back positive. And we have another inmate that came up positive, that showed symptoms on medium unit. He's currently isolated and was tested. We're waiting for the test results on that one. We had 1 staff member test positive, was out and returned, and we have 2 additional staff members who are currently out who have tested positive. So as such, we're gonna continue to delay the startup of visits at this point. We did start up with programming and such coming in, but I'm not quite yet comfortable on starting up with visits, since we do seem to have some sporadic positives popping up. We are continuing to offer the vaccine monthly. On September 28th, we did vaccinate 15 more inmates. They're scheduled for their next dose on Tuesday, October 26th, at which time we will then offer additional inmates, the opportunity at that point. So, we're getting a decent amount of inmates volunteering, but obviously not everyone. The inspection team made up a draft of the post orders for the special unit, and they did a real nice job on it. There's some things that we're gonna have to get in place in order to get those out and rolling, positions and so forth, but they did a really nice on updating the post orders. Up to this point, the post orders for the facility had been very limited in an informational type of setting for the staff. So this is gonna offer staff some additional guidance and direction on how to handle the different posts in the facility. So, you know, we're really looking forward to getting those out and in place. As you know, we're moving forward with getting the records positions in place. We're gonna get started up with those next month. I reached out to the warden from Monroe County, and at some point, we're gonna take a trip out there to see their operation, just to give us a better idea of, you know, how we need to get that set up, being that it is gonna be run a little differently than it had been up to this point. I also reached out to IT to get wiring in place to make sure we have everything in that area that we need, fax machine, scanner, and so forth. So that is in motion. And the facility continues to work with probation in regards to the inmates who are held beyond their minimum sentence date, to try to get them up and moving and out of the facility.
Did we get anywhere on masking in certain areas yet, or?
It's a daily battle. It's a
Okay.
daily battle. Staff are good. Staff have been, very good about wearing masks. Inmates, it's a constant reminder.
Yeah, that's,
You know, there's a large number who feel that, you know, back in the beginning of this year when the facility had the outbreak, they had COVID, so they don't feel that they need to wear masks, you know, but it's a constant reminder, every single shift reminder, basically.
and I don't think everybody is aware, I think was it August 8th? I think that order went out that they were supposed to wear masks, and I think it's just looking for the protection. I mean, we're lucky that so far we only have them 2 or 3 people out.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'd like to control that. I mean, that would be,
As would I,
yeah.
as would I. And hopefully the wearing of the masks is helping with that,
Okay.
because, like I said, we, you know, the female unit where we did have the outbreak, it's an open door. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do about that, you know. They're required to wear masks when they're recreating here, but behind this wall is where they live, so. But beyond that, you know, it is something that we do continue to encourage and require.
What's the expected time from when a defendant is sentenced to a state sentence at the Carpenter County Prison until they're transported?
It's,
That varies, to be honest with you.
I had someone before me earlier this week, and they said, I think they were told 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. That seemed unusual to me, but maybe that's what it is.
Well, and it's not unusual, unfortunately, right now, simply because the way the state is operating their quarantine periods, they're actually transferring to a facility, they're held there for 21 days quarantine.
But they're being transferred out of the county prison earlier than that, obviously, if they're being held 21 days at a quarantine location before they go to the state.
Right, but I guess what I'm getting at is they're backlogged then, because they're holding those inmates for 21 days before transferring them
Right.
to finish their classification. So it's a longer process now.
So is 6 to 8 weeks a good estimate then for them to be transferred from Carbon County
It
to the
is,
state?
it is.
And what's the estimate for them to be transferred out of Carbon County to the quarantine facility?
That is the quarantine facility.
I know, okay, well then it's gonna be another 3 weeks beyond, so it's gonna be 6 weeks and 3 weeks before they get to the state. So-
No, the quarantine facility is in the state. So it's 6 to 8 weeks from the time that they receive the sentence to when they actually go to the state.
You're
quarantine
referencing their
facility.
final destination,
Yeah,
Judge, right?
and so it's 9 weeks until they get to the
Yeah.
final destination.
Oh, well, they'll be at the initial facility for 21 days, then they'll go to Camp Hill to finish their classification.
Okay.
So it could be longer
So
than that.
the reason for the delay is because of the states, what they're
Yes.
requiring?
Yes.
It's not because of the county getting them out late?
No, not at all.
Okay,
No,
thank
we
you.
would take them right away if we could.
No, I would think so, it'd be a savings to the county, obviously.
And we're ready, willing, and able to do that when it's
Right.
available. Jerry, did you have something?
There was actually a slowdown period with the state too, where they're moving things around within their facilities regarding inmates that are vaccinated and not vaccinated. So there was a little bit of a slowdown there too. And that was part of the reason why it
Okay.
No, I was just caught off
to
guard,
get
and
rid of
they
the
told me it was
inmates
gonna be
to the
6 to 8
state.
weeks, that didn't seem likely to me, but I understand it now.
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
Any questions of the warden's report? If not, I can entertain a motion to adopt it.
So move.
Second, all in favor, say aye. Is there any opposition? Motion carries. We'll now break for executive session. resume our regular session. Next item on the agenda is the personnel report.
Move to accept.
Okay, we have an addition
Oh,
to
yeah.
Warden, we have with a revision to the personnel report.
Yes, to recommend the termination of Officer Corrali effective today.
Yeah, so move to
I'll
approve.
second that.
Yeah.
Okay, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. All right, we'll move on to old and new business. Under old business, we have an update on the hiring of the warden. Applications have been received. Interviews will be taking place next Wednesday. We hope to, the panel hopes to make recommendations to the board. It's anticipated that we will hold a special meeting to decide how we're moving forward on that. We're notified by the warden that the visitation at the prison is still in delay because of COVID-19. We also will hear from Commissioner Arner that he's checking into the food evaluation situation at the prison, Commissioner.
Yeah, and I think what we'll do, we'll schedule a meeting with them, go over the menus and the contracts where if we have any discrepancies with it and try to start off from brand new and hopefully we're gonna make it better.
Okay, and then one action item we have under old business is the ion scanner. We received information and a quote for the purchase of the ion scanner, and it is at this point appropriate for us to have the board vote and recommend to the commissioners that purchase. So we'll be looking for a motion from the panel, from the
I'll
board.
make that motion.
Okay, all right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? The motion carries. Any other old business? The board, no? Move on to new business. Warden, I'm not aware of any new business, are you? Okay. We'll now move on to the next item, correspondence. I don't believe we have any correspondence to report. Solicitor's report, Mr. Solicitor, nothing to, okay. And we'll now move on to any further business of the board. Is there any further business of the board? Hearing none, we will stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
How's the roof going?
It's actually going well.
I gotta drive up and look at it.
I really
Cause I looked
enjoyed
at,
They
what was,
said they'd give it a picture.
did they actually start on the 11th or?
Go ahead and make sure the live feed is cut off, please.
You know, I don't know, that was the hard
Okay.
part, so I'm not sure, but they're, I'm impressed with them.
Yeah, I think